Throughout history, we have seen and experienced phenomena which we cannot describe. What we can't publicize or don't understand, we turn that into a myth. These myths were stories that we would tell young children to teach them important lessons. In today's video, we are going to discuss the 10 most powerful gods of Greek mythology. Number 7. Artemis, goddess of the moon. Artemis is often found running along with wild animals and other aspects of nature. You can also call her the goddess of the hunt. Artemis is the senior sister of Apollo, who is the god of the sun. Artemis is known as a caretaker of young girls and a protector of their virginity. Being a virgin herself, she requested Zeus to remain chaste for eternity. When the hunter, Actaeon, was captured spying on her while she was taking a bath, Artemis turned him into a stag and set his hunting dogs on him. Number 6. Hera, goddess of childbirth and marriage. Hera had a terrible temper and would use passive aggressiveness against Zeus and her family. Hera had multiple offspring with Zeus and managed to resent most of them. Hera is also responsible for stripping him of his godhood. She also set up his 12 examinations to prove himself worthy of the gods. Hera gets the chance to choose who she wants to bring into the world, which makes her quite strong. Given how she is also a queen, and not just any queen, but a queen of the gods, that's the kind of crown that holds a lot of strength. Number 5. Kronos, god of time. Kronos tried to eat Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and other gods that later evolved as Olympians. Just because he is a titan doesn't mean that he is not a god. Kronos is the god of time. Being able to control and alter time at an instinct is a great accomplishment. However, his 3 children have managed to defeat him. They were considered lesser beings. To add insult to injury, his son Zeus detained him to Tartarus, where he would wander for the rest of eternity. Number 4. Ares, god of war. The god of war and violence. Not only is he very disrespectful, and he has a bad temper. Ares was a driving force for the Trojan army. Ares' influence is what made him so strong. Mortals depended on him for victory, but were often afraid of him. Ares was also a brutal person who had a greedy bloodlust. Even the Olympians don't like him all too much. Out of revenge, Ares assassinated one of Poseidon's sons because they had raped one of his daughters. When it was judged at trial, Ares was freed and announced as not guilty. Number 3. Poseidon, god of the sea. Lord of the waters and gods of storms. Poseidon lives in the city of Atlantis, where people sprouted and grew very well. Later on, Atlantis also became an underwater city. Poseidon is one of the 3 great siblings of Kronos. He holds a trident, and when he would strike the ground, it would result in nasty earthquakes. He controls everything that has to do with the sea. He can even speak to fish. Number 2. Zeus, god of thunder. Zeus rules everyone. Not only is he the king of the gods, but also the king of man. He is so powerful that he turned Medusa, who was such a lovely woman that it even made Aphrodite envious. Just because he could make his brother bother, he turned her into a gorgon. Poseidon was angry with Zeus after he took his love away from him. Zeus controls all life and governs the world from his throne on Mount Olympus. Number 1. Hades, god of death. The lord of the dead, the ruler of the underworld. When you die, you go to the underworld, where Hades keeps track of all the resigned spirits who have entered his empire. Given that Hades rules the underworld, he is also recognized as the god of death. Think of Hades as one of those disturbing solicitors that knock every door. Instead of trying to sell you something, he is here to obtain the debt you owe, which is none other than life. The only thing more strong than giving life is the power to take it away, and that's what Hades does. Hades is a big cheater. When he kidnapped Persephone, the gods were on a fling and requested that he return her to Demeter, who was Persephone's mother. Hades was ready to compromise. As long as she lived in the underworld for half a year, she would be able to walk the earth for the other half. However, this was before he fed her a pomegranate, which forced her to stay in the underworld. This trick was so strong that not even the almighty Zeus could do anything to lift it. With that being said, it's time to end today's video. Press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff. Peace.